Bossman Show. We got a great show for you this week with Reggie Witherspoon, Matt McCall, and Cuonzo Martin on the show. We're going to start off with my man. He was at Chattanooga last year with Matt McCall. He did big things down there. They won the Southern Conference title, went to the NCAA tournament. You know, they did big. My man got up a job in Buffalo again now. So we got him on the show with us right now. Reggie Witherspoon. Coach, man, how's life treating you, man? You back in the saddle again, leading the team again.
Back in the saddle here, boss man. Life is good and glad to be here.
Yes, indeed. And, you know, for you going back home again. You was Buffalo. You put that program on the map, but now you're at Canisius, still in Buffalo, man. So, be back community, man. How's it been for you? Kind of like home for you. You're a New York guy anyway, Western New York guy anyway. So, what's it like to kind of go back home for you, man?
Well, it's been good. It's been a whirlwind. You know, we got in town, and it was late in June, so had to hire staff, had to recruit. We recruited 7 new guys, actually two of them were here, so we got 5 new guys, and then we had to finish our schedule. So, man, I've been traveling so much, it's how I come to the realization that I'm actually back home. But things are good. Things are good.
Yes, indeed. Now, Coach, you're getting in there so late. Were you able to kind of see what your guys were before they went away for summer school? Would you kind of look at them before practice started here in October?
Well, we saw a little glimpse of them in the summer. And, you know, every day we're learning a little bit more about them. But it has been difficult because, you know, we're so late. And they're learning us. So we're learning what they're capable of. They're trying to figure out what our expectations are. So every day I think we both learn a little bit more about each other.
Yes, indeed, folks. Reggie Witherspoon here on the Bossman. Talking about the Golden Griffs up there in Buffalo at Canisius doing big things. Now, Coach, when it comes to recruiting, you said you've been on the road a lot. Now, this week you being so late, you kind of couldn't go to your normal route. So, were you trying to build more for Buffalo locally in Western New York guys, Northeastern guys? You trying to go all over the place in the future? Were you trying to stay maybe Northeastern? Would you come back down Atlanta way, go out west a little bit? How do you feel something about the recruiting process going forward now when you get entrenched up there at Canisius?
Boss man, we're going to go everywhere we have to.
Gotcha.
To get players. We have to. We have to go where we need to go to get players. And so that might be in the South. It might be out west. It could be in the Northeast. It could be in the Midwest. It could be internationally. But, you know, it's the bloodline of what we do is to get good players, to get the best student athletes that can help us build a program and sustain it. So, that means we're going to have to go pretty much all over, and we have a pretty wide variety of places on our roster that are represented. Doesn't mean we won't have kids locally. I mean, we could do that as well. So we're just trying to get where we can go to get the best student athletes.
And looking at your roster now, Coach. For what you've seen so far, who are some guys you expect them to have some big years for you to contribute a lot to your roster, helping you guys win games on a nightly basis, Coach?
Well, we have 3 guys, sort of 3 core guys that have played a lot, last year and are capable of scoring a lot. And that would be Cassius Robinson, Jermaine Crumpton, and Phil Valenti. And, those are the guys that I think their teammates are expecting a lot from them as well. And, we'll certainly have to have other people contribute, but that would be the center of our nucleus. It starts with those 3 guys.
And what kind of style are you going to play, Coach? You going to play more of up and down style? You will defend hard, slow down offense? What style you see yourself playing with your guys? And also, Coach, does it kind of have to mean you have to kind of mold your style to the guys you have? You might have a style you prefer, but you have to mold it kind of to what you have on the roster right now.
Well, and certainly that's going to be it. We're going to have to make it fit to the personnel we have. But what we do has to start defensively, and it's going to take some building. It's going to take some persistence from us as a coaching staff to make sure that our guys understand that, I think the mindset what we've seen so far is that, our guys would rather start with what happens on offense. And we can't let that happen. And it's going to take us a while before we get that across. What we're doing is trying to listen. This is not what we do on defense. Now, we'd like to run, and certainly we want to score. But to do that by taking the ball out and then run, that's a recipe for disaster. So we want to start defensively and get that point across and make sure that we're doing that. And the reason for that, Bossman, is because defense travels.
You're right about that.
Every now and then you can have an off night offensively, and I think it happens to the best of them. And if you don't have that foundation in place, you're just giving the game away. But defense travels. And we have to make sure that our guys understand that.
Exactly. Just look at a team like, the Cleveland Cavaliers, even Golden State. Those guys defend every night for the most part. They're going to bring the defensive intensity every night. Even if they have an off night, they're going to shut you down so we can allow you to come back in the game if you defend. And I'm talking to Dan McCall about this, coaches, about how his guys love to score, but they don't want to defend. So he spends an hour just defensive drills to get that in their mind. So that's what you're going to be doing for your guys, kind of get that in mind. That we're going to defend, whether we play offense, we're going to defend over an hour or two in practice. Let's get that in their head. We're our defensive team first before we get to the offensive ball.
You got to play. Listen, I always say you got to do your chores first before you get a chance to go out and play. And defense sometimes can be a chore. But if you embrace it and you find a love for it, a passion for it, you can get good at it. And then when you go out and play, you can have fun. So that's the way we've tried to get that. It takes a while to change the mindset, to get guys to understand that, to appreciate it, to value it, to love it, to embrace it. That's where we're at right now. And if we feel like if we can get that in place, we have a pretty good chance, to win some games. Our depth is another concern for us. Those three guys have to be on the court a lot. But we're going to need contributions from other people. And, that's going to be a challenge for us.
Now, Coach, look at your schedule, Coach. I see some games of interest that I know about. You play my alma mater, Tennessee State, at your place. UT Martin, the school I had to go up against in college myself. Kentucky as well at Rupp Arena. So, Coach, you guys are working off way with these teams. You got a Monmouth team, Manhattan. Teams you hear about will come March Madness time. So, is this schedule you have, Coach, what you really wanted for your guys to test them early before they get in conference play so they can know how it is to compete against high-level competition before they get in that conference play and play those guys you play up there in your conference?
Well, absolutely, and it is a challenge. One of the other challenges, Bossman, is that we have 7 of our first 9 games on the road. And, you have to use your non-conference games as best you can to prepare you for conference play. And we know, every conference you go in is tough because the teams have a tendency to be a little bit similar. And teams know each other very, very well. And, when that happens, you have some difficult, grinded out situations. Then you have the travel involved. And our travel has a tendency to be stressful because other than Niagara, our games are pretty much further away than our conference opponents. So we have to use these non-conference games. And like I said, 7 of the first 9 of them are on the road.
Exactly. And I see some tough ones out there, but I have confidence in you, Coach, because I saw you last year, Coach Matt McCall. I knew you would do your thing. So I know I got confidence in you that you can get those guys ready and prepared. And, Coach, just on that same vein, my listeners want to know what's a typical game day like for a head coach. What do you do on like a game day or practice day? How do you get your day going to deal with your guys on a practice day and on a game day?
Well, typically for me, I like to get up in the morning and get a good sweat, get a good workout, and grab a little breakfast, come in the office, and then just sit in there and get as much film review as possible. And then that's a practice day. You get some film review, and then huddle up with the staff, talk about what we need to do in practice on that day to get our guys better. And when we're watching the video, sometimes we'll cut a few clips, edit a few clips, and go in to video, and it's okay. We're going to show you these. These are the ones that we have to. These are some things that we saw, be it from the prior practice or scrimmage or exhibition. And we got to cut these things out, or we got to. This is what we do well, and we got to make sure we continue to do it well. And then we go in practice and we give what we have, and then we'll have a short meeting after practice with the staff and and come back at it the next day. On a game day, and we're still learning kind of the routine around here, but typically what we like to do is we'll come in and we'll have a shoot around. We'll come in, we'll watch video again, and I'll sit with the scout coach and see if there's anything that anybody saw differently or things that we've been preparing for a couple of days. As you go into the shoot around, we want to know if there's anything that we, in our preparation, need to go over again. And we need to emphasize and make sure we're getting it right. And, so you kind of go through that. And then we'll go to our shoot around. We'll do a pregame meal. And then we'll come back and we'll let the guys go out and warm up. And then we'll do a little last minute video. Typically we'll do that before we go out and shoot around as well. But we'll do a last minute video and then we'll go out and find ourselves in a situation where we're ready to compete. So, we're still developing some of those routines, and but that's typically what we like to do. That's how we like to do it.
I hear that, Coach. Well, Coach Witherspoon, I'm going to be definitely keeping an eye on you guys at Canisius, man. I wish you guys play a little bit closer down my way. I definitely come out there and see you guys play, but hopefully in the future you'll make that a game down this way, man. But if you're down here recruiting, Coach, you love you to come by and holler at me, man, in studio, whatever you want to do, Coach. You want my guy. I like you, man. So, Coach, anytime you want to come on the Bossman Show, you are welcome to come on the show, Coach.
Boss, man, I appreciate you. You know I do. Thanks for having me on the show.
No doubt, Coach. Thank you, man. Folks,
all right.
Reggie Witherspoon here on the Bossman Show. Come on, next is my man Cuonzo Martin, the Cal Bears, after the break.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, TrueSpeech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, TrueSpeech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
Back here in the JR the Bossman Show, we're just joined by Reggie Witherspoon, Canisius. Joining us now is Cuonzo Martin. We had him on the show before when he's in Tennessee. Then he's out there with the Cal Bears and in the Pac-12. Coach Martin, how life treating you, man, out there in Berkeley, man?
Oh, it's going well. Thank you for having me.
Yes, indeed, Coach. Also, I want to ask you, man, what's been the biggest aspect of your program you've seen improve since you've been out there at Cal Berkeley? Out there in 14, what say has been what made you the most happiest about your program? Where has it grown from since you took over in 14?
Well, I think you always want to win basketball games. We've had success in winning games. We had the first 18-0 record in school history, home record in school history. So we've got some great things. We're one of the better defensive teams in the country as far as the numbers are concerned. But for me, just seeing guys become successful, the transition from young men into men, guys getting degrees. So for me, those are things I'm most proud of. Of course, we want to win a lot of games and ultimately be the last team standing. But to see young men reach their goals academically and not only just have get degrees but have successful careers, it's always a good thing for me.
And Coach, coming off your success last year, making the NCAA tournament and losing tough games to Hawaii in that tournament, what did you and your staff prioritize for your players returning in this offseason who wants to get back to that tournament again and maybe go farther than they went last year?
Well, a couple of things. A lot of credit goes to Hawaii. They played well. Guys did a great job executing what they were trying to do. But on our side, we had a starting point guard, Tyrone Wallace, who was out there game had a finger injury, a hand injury. Then Jabari Bird, our starting two guard, he got sick right about 10 or 15 minutes before the game started. We had no clue where he went down. His back was aching, and so he couldn't play. So that's your 1 and 2 out. So 25 plus points, almost 30 points a game out. And then, we had some stuff circling, swirling around our program. Leading up to week one, an incident that took place with one of our assistant coaches. So a lot of things that took place, but no excuses. But I think the thing that we took as a coaching staff, and I say all those things as part of the game, but I think the one thing that we took from it was we had 3 guys that were 0 for 15 from the field. They were scholarship guys, good players, 0 for 15 from the field. So what I took from that as a coach, you have to have guys ready to play. Even though they were part of practice, my job as a coach is not only have them practice, but to be mentally ready to play in games because you never know when your number get called. That's one of the things that Gene Katie, my college coach, always said. So that's what I really took from that game because, again, Hawaii did a great job executing. They won the game. We didn't give it what they wanted. But those are things for me as a coach to take in and moving forward.
Yes, indeed, Coach. Like you always say, you always gotta be prepared. Like you said, from 1 down to 15, whoever's dressed in a uniform, make sure they all ready to go, without a doubt. And I definitely believe in that as well. And Coach, as your guys has been practicing, as you prepare for your season coming up, you have a exhibition game coming up here with California Baptist. Who's some guys that have been standing out for you so far? Whose games have improved from the spring, now summer, now into preseason practice? Who's some guys you want to maybe point out to listeners that maybe they've been had a good camp for you and going to do some good things for this year for the Bears?
Well, obviously everybody knows about Ivan Rabb, kid 6'10", 6'11", talented big guy, potentially one of the top guys in the 17 draft, skilled big guy, can shoot with left to right hand, scored around the rim, passing with both hands, wonderful young man. So he came back for a sophomore season, so great to have him back. And Jabari Bird is the other guy, a Bay Area young guy, 6'6", as a senior, can shoot the ball, one of the better college shooters in the country. As a senior, we expect big things from him. And then we have some new additions. I mean, a lot of people I know about the high school kid, Charlie Moore, is one of the top 40 guys in America. 6 foot 5'11", 6 foot point guard from out of Chicago, can really score the ball, attack the rim, can make plays, push it in transition. And then we have a graduate transfer, Grant Mullins, who transferred from Columbia. And he's been a great addition to our program. But I think 2 other guys. I mean, you got Sam Single, who's a guy that's a veteran point guard. But I think 2 other guys that I think are really starting to emerge is Stephen Domingo and Roger Mute, who are 6'6", 6'7" seniors. Guys that are battle tested, haven't played a lot of programs, spot minutes here and there, but I think those guys, with the way they're playing right now, could be great additions to what we're trying to do.
I hear that, Coach. And folks, we're joined by Coach Cuonzo Martin of the Cal Bears here on the Bossman Show in the ATL and around the ATL surrounding areas. Now, Coach, for as you've been out there in the Bay Area, Coach, has it affected how you're recruited when you're in Tennessee and Missouri State now? Are you more on a national recruiting base or are you more on the West Coast? So how are you looking for players out there since you're way out there at Berkeley now, Coach?
I think one of the things you always try to do in recruiting, you want to try to grow in recruiting, grow your base is where you're recruiting from. But for me, recruiting is about having good relationships with people, genuine relationships, and not so much as calling guys if they have a player or don't have a player. Just building relationships, because I think when the relationships are genuine, oftentimes we've had situations where coaches will call us about a guy, not even on their team, but in the area. You need to look at this guy, or somebody might know somebody's family and say, "Man, you need to look at this guy," and you build a relationship from that. So I just try to maintain solid relationships, whether coaches or AAU coaches have players or not, and just try to be genuine with that. But for me, as an assistant coach at Purdue, I mainly recruited the Midwest because that was our base: Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, those areas. And then when I became a head coach at Missouri State, it was Midwest, but more, Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, in those areas. And then when I got to Tennessee, I was really trying to build a base down south. So just building those relationships, which took time. And I've been out of California because of the Cal Berkeley brand, which is obviously the number one public institution in the world. It's not just in the United States, it's all across the world when it comes to recruiting. So, again, just finding the right student athletes that fit what we're trying to do. But the base is a lot wider being at Cal Berkeley.
And, Coach, you can't forget the education you get at Berkeley. That's a heck of a degree to walk away with out there for being a student-athlete out there, man. I can only imagine the classes out there for those guys on your team, man.
It's a truly an honor for a young guy because, again, you come here, we recruit guys first and foremost because they're talented basketball players. But when you have an opportunity to get a degree from Cal Berkeley, the magnitude of this institution with so many Nobel laureates that are actually teaching classes, it's just a great thing to be a part of as a young student. And oftentimes, as young guys, I know when I was a young student athlete, I was just going to the class, doing what I had to do to pass the class so I could play basketball. I didn't really understand the true impact of what it means to get a degree and really learn in that class and the people that are teaching the class. And that's what I try to do for our players, to help them understand not only to do something in the classroom, but to have an impact in the classroom, to take some of the information and run with it, because those things that you learn, they last a lifetime. So, and just really build a relationship, because the one thing about a Cal Berkeley, you have the best of the best, and people come all over the world that are part of this university. Even as students, you might be sitting next to a 17-year-old kid that created an app that you sold for $5 million. I mean, that's the level of students here at Cal Berkeley.
And, Coach, it's funny you say that, because we were talking on the show a few weeks ago about how me and my co-hosts wish that we had tried more in school. We both played sports, and like you said, didn't know if it was just a pass, but now it's like, I wish I gave it my all, because that was my problem in school, coach, as well. I was doing enough just to play sports. I really wouldn't apply myself. I'm not a dumb guy, obviously on the radio, but, I wouldn't apply myself until I had to. I'll do it on the court, not so much in the classroom. And that's something you got to get guys get out of that mode to make them actually be a student and an athlete at the same time.
Well, those are the things that I really fight with our players about, and not only obviously physically fighting, but just to make them understand the importance. Not only just getting a degree, not only just going to class, but to be successful in class. And one of the things my college coach, Gene Katie, always said to me, said to us as a team, every day you go to class, you put $100 into your bank account, and he said every day you miss class, you take $1,000 out. And for me, just not going with a lot of money anyway, I try to do everything in my power to go to class. And don't get me wrong, I miss class here and there, but I try to make it a focus to go to class and try my best, because growing up in East St. Louis, my mom did a tremendous job in providing for us, and we didn't have a lot financially, but she did a tremendous job just trying to keep us out of harm's way and keep food on the table and put us in position to be successful in life. But it wasn't a lot of talk about, getting a degree, getting a master's degree, getting a PhD, and doing this and doing that. For me, it was just about trying to get to somebody's college and play basketball and be as successful as possible. And I'll be totally honest with you. When I went to college, it was about playing basketball. I went to class because that's what I had to do. But around my junior year, I really started to understand the impact. And then this basketball thing could be over here shortly. So let me try to do everything in my power to get a degree and try to be successful in life.
Yes, indeed. Those great words from Coach Cuonzo and Martin here on the Bossman Show. We talked about that last week here on the show a few weeks ago. And, Coach, for the listeners down here in Atlanta who may have forgot you in Tennessee, who may not have been aware, can you tell them your style of play for your team and how you guys defend hard man-to-man, how you defend the ball real tough, and how you want to play on offense this year for those who will be watching on FS1 and the Pac-12 Network to watch you guys play out here?
Well, the one thing we try to do, we try to play extremely hard. I mean, I think that's first and foremost. And, like last year, for example, we were the best team defensively in the Pac-12. We held teams to 67 points. We held teams to 39% from the field, and we were one of the better teams in all of college basketball, with allowing only 5.4 3-point shots per game. So we just try to spend time on it. Offensively, for me, it's just kind of according to your personnel. We have a base of what we want to do, but I really want to try to put guys in position to be successful offensively. You score the ball. You rebound the ball. I like to have an equal opportunity offense, but of course our best players make shots and make plays in order for us to be successful.
And, Coach, you mentioned Coach Gene Katie a lot in this interview so far. Coach, tell us what he meant to you personally and professionally. What's some other coaches and people who have had a big impact on you to make you the man you are today coaching the Cal Bears?
Well, I think the two guys, that had the biggest impact on me outside of elementary school coach and my middle school coach, well, my high school coach, Benny Lewis, is one of the winningest coaches of all time in the state of Illinois. And then obviously Gene Katie, two tough guys, two good men, two guys that work too hard, that value doing the right things, understanding what it means to be a young man into your transition of being a man, how hard you need to work. Life will not be easy. So when obstacles hit, how do you handle these situations? You don't give up, you don't quit. So those are the things that we always talked about. We always talked about try to be responsible, try to be accountable for your own actions. Don't blame, don't point fingers. So for me, those are the things that always stuck with me, and just really not making excuses for stuff when things don't go your way.
Exactly. That's what you said, Coach. Because, like you said, man, you can always quit, but you have an option to keep on going. And a lot of guys don't have it in them. They want to come easy for them. But people don't realize it's not easy in life. You don't have some obstacles to overcome before you get to where you want to be at.
Well, it makes just a lifestyle. The thing what we do for our guys, we always talk about you have to commit to being successful. As hard as that is, you have to commit to being successful. And what that means, that becomes a lifestyle. It's not just I'm going to do this today. It has to be a lifestyle. You have to be relentless in fighting to be successful. And the other thing we talk about with our guys, and the thing about my translation, when I'm talking basketball, I also talk life stuff. And I try to put both of them. They go hand in hand. We just talk about their preparation because, again, taking care of your body as a young student athlete, staying away from drugs, staying away from alcohol, because all of a sudden those Friday, Saturday night parties, you want to try to stay away from that. I mean, fight it off as much as possible. And that means your preparation has to be at a high level. And what happens when you prepare yourself with winning ways and winning habits, then all of a sudden you start spending more time and investing in the right things every day. And all of a sudden you look up 5, 6, 7, 8 years later, you become a man and your life is successful because of the sacrifice you made 5, 10 years ago.
Exactly. And, Coach, I want to talk about your non-conference schedule. Coach, I see you have a great schedule out here for South Dakota State. We had on T.J. Olsenberg on our show a couple of weeks ago as well. San Diego State, of course, is always a tough team to play. Louisiana Tech with Coach Conkle down there, Alcorn State, the Pearl Harbor tournament out there. So, Coach, is this non-conference schedule, is it what you wanted for you guys to test them early before they get in conference play, get you guys some experience out there, get them gelled up before that Pac-12 play kicks in?
It is, and for us, it's competitive team. San Diego State is always one of the better teams. South Dakota State NCAA tournament team, they're very talented. Wyoming is always a tough team. We won one down the stretch at their place last year. UC Irvine is always a tough team. Pearl Harbor, you have Princeton, who's one of the better teams, probably the team to win it in the Ivy League this year. And then obviously we play Seton Hall in Pearl Harbor, so that won't be easy. But you want to challenge yourself. Then we play obviously 4 or 5. When I say local, meaning California teams, are always tough to play against. But for us, I think it prepares us. We have an experienced team, but you want to be battle-tested going into league play.
And, Coach, if you could show our listeners, what's a typical day like for you on, a game day and a practice day for you? What's a typical day like for you as a coach of the Cal Bears?
Well, for me, what I try to do, some days I'm in the office, 5:30, 6 o'clock, but at least 2 days ago, I try to force myself to try to stay in the bed till 6 or 7 o'clock, because it's just amazing how once the season, when school starts and the season comes, my body all of a sudden, it gets to a point where 4:30, 5 o'clock, I'm just up. And I go into the office, but some days I have to fight to stay in the bed just to get an extra hour of sleep because I'll be a walking zombie after that. But then, you have practice and you have phone calls when you're calling recruits, you're watching film with your players. Just before I called you, I was watching film with some players, and it just, you're eating dinner with the guys. Sometimes you're eating breakfast with the guys. Film, practice, preparation, recruiting, and that's every day. Then some you have to find time, with your family and to allow yourself to shut down or wind down and get ready for the next day. But it's nonstop. But again, it's what I chose to do, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to do it. But it's never ending, and what we do is we just try to say we're building men.
And Coach, I want to share this with you before you go, Coach. When you was at Tennessee, you guys were playing against Mercer. That was the final thing that I got to do with my mother when she passed away in the hospital. She had the strength enough to watch the game with me when you guys played Mercer. She was down with breast cancer, but she followed it hard because she knew you'd been on my show. She wanted to watch a game with me one more time, but she knew she was dying. So I just want to tell you that your team winning that game brought my mother joy in her final days of life. She died on that following Monday, but that seeing you guys play with her, watch the game with me, put a smile on her face, even in her sickness, in her dying days, it made her happy. To watch me be happy for you guys winning and try to keep my mind off what was happening to her. But just want to tell you, your team did bring me joy in that last few weeks of her life, man.
Well, thank you, man. That means a lot to me. And I certainly know the feels to battle cancer. I went through it myself at 26 years old. So very glad to hear that.
Thank you, Coach. And, Coach, I said I can relate to you because, I said I lost my dad to prostate cancer, mom to breast cancer, and I know you overcame cancer. So I know cancer's affected us all in a way, major way, but I know if I was having a guy like you on the show, I just wanted to definitely tell you that, in that last few weeks of her life, you definitely gave me and her both a boost seeing your team play.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome, Coach. And, Coach, I look forward to having you on the show again real soon, Coach. And hope to see you down the road when you can carry the game out of his way to Atlanta. But no doubt, we hope to see you down the road with another coach, okay?
Thank you. Anytime. Appreciate your time.
No problem. Folks, it's Cuonzo Martin here on the Bossman Show. Come on, this is Matt McCall, Chattanooga, after the break.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting or Twitter at Coach TWill24 or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, TrueSpeech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. TrueSpeech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
back here on the Bossman Show. Let's talk to Cuonzo Martin of the Cal Bears and Coach McCall's former assistant, Reggie Witherspoon of Canisius. Then we'll talk to the man himself, repping the C down there in Chattanooga, my man, Matt McCall. Coach, man, how's life treating you down there in the C?
Bossman, you didn't tell me you had Reggie Witherspoon on the show, man. That's my guy.
Yeah, man, I had him kick off the show tonight for me. You know, I said I want to surprise you and tell you I had your man on the show tonight, man.
There you go. Everything's going good in Chattanooga, man. You know, just obviously it's cranked up. We're about 15 practices in. We got 15 more to go. So, you know, getting excited for the season here.
Now, Coach, we're heading to year 2 for you. What's the biggest difference for you from when we first talked last year to where you are right now? What's the thing that really impresses you about your program that makes you most happiest to know that you've done since you've been there at Chattanooga this past year or so?
Well, I think the biggest thing is as a new head coach, you know, you've never been a head coach before. You've never called a timeout. You've never talked to a referee during a game. You've never made substitutions. You know, you've always been an assistant and kind of looked at the game in a different angle and completely worried or concerned or consumed with, you know, what your opponent was doing from a scouting standpoint. And, you know, I think for me, having a year under my belt and being able to do some of those and make some decisions in games on the line and do those types of things, there's not as many unknowns for me going into this season or things that I haven't done or been able to do in a game. So, you know, really just been trying to focus a tremendous amount on getting our guys and our players better and getting them in the best frame of mind mentally as we possibly can.
And, Coach, come off last year's tournament run, you were playing in Indiana up there in that tournament game. What did you and your staff prioritize this offseason for your guys to get better and come back this year even better than ever after playing in that tournament experience and that rush of playing in the big dance? What do you want them to do coming in this year to be ready to go back there again?
Well, I think the biggest thing is they have to understand that, you know, everyone's trying to get to the top of the mountain, and everyone in the Southern Conference is trying to get to the top of the mountain. And we were able to do that last year and get back up to the top. But if we are in the mindset of we're trying to defend the championship, we're in the wrong frame of mind. We're trying to chase another one. And in order to get back up to the top of the mountain, we got to go a different route. And we got to go back down to the bottom. And we can't start our season in March. It's a process, and the process has to be that we got to get better every single day, and that has to be our goal. And I think one of the things we took from the Indiana experience, the NCAA tournament experience, is we got to get better. And to be able to compete with teams like that in the country and to be able to win games like that on that type of stage, we need to get better. But we can't be focused on that right now. We got to be focused on where we're at today. And today we're 15 practices in with 15 more to go before we open up our season at Tennessee.
Folks, we got Matt McCall here in the Bossman Show. Chattanooga Mocs right up the road, I-75. Go see them guys in McKenzie Arena, rep the C. And, Coach, as you see, you got these practices going. Who are some guys on your roster that really had strong springs, summers, and so far in practices? Who's had some strong games they've been showing you, staff so far, that you want to single out for us here on the Bossman Show so far?
Well, Bossman, I think, you know, for us it starts with our 6 seniors. 5 of them have basically been starters in this program. You know, all 5 of our starters are basically back from last year's team, including Casey Jones in that mix, who obviously got hurt and had a season-ending injury. So I think it starts with our seniors. I think they've all made improvements. I think they've all approached this off-season with the right frame of mind and not any level of complacency by any means, and have really focused on getting better. I think we did add some really good, talented, young, new guys to our team, which, you know, last year what made us so good was, you know, our depth. And we got to rely on our depth. You know, for local listeners there, you know, in the Atlanta area, you know, a freshman named Rodney Chapman, I think you'll see play a lot of minutes for us this year, be a huge part of our team. He's got terrific basketball feel. He's got great IQ, and he's a terrific player, and we're really excited about him and all of our new guys especially.
And, Coach, how key was it for you to keep those guys who graduated in the program when they not go on the grad transfer? How big of a sale did you do on those guys to keep them in-house with you and not going elsewhere after they graduated in May?
Well, I think the biggest thing is it starts with them as people and what they represent and their character. You know, a couple of them said, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know, we don't need to go to an SEC school or an ACC school just to go. We're happy here. I think they enjoy playing the game. I think they get joy out of seeing each other succeed, which is rare. And I think, you know, what those guys did and the fact that they decided to come back says a lot about them as people because it's rare. And I don't think in today's day and age in college basketball, a lot of guys would do what they did. Part of the reason they did it was, one, they're having a lot of fun playing the game, but two, some of their teammates couldn't go. Greg Pryor, he didn't graduate. Jonathan Burroughs-Cook, he didn't graduate. Neither did Chuck Esther. They didn't want to leave those guys behind and just bolt for a high major opportunity. And I think with the team that we have, and I think these guys really believe that they can compete with anybody in the country.
And I believe that, Coach, because I don't know too many teams that have 6 seniors that they can run out on the court at any given time. Like, you got a veteran team with a mix of young guys and transfers you had setting out. So I feel like, Coach, you have a great mix once more of length and on the wing. So do you want to still play fast? You're trying to play 9, 10, 11 guys? How are you trying to play this year with the roster you got ahead of you that you're working with right now?
Well, I think you'll see us continue to play fast. We will play our bench. We'll play 9, 10 guys on a given night. A guy that made a big jump for us this summer that we're excited about, that played some significant minutes for us last year in big games, was Peyton Woods. He completely stretches the floor, and I think a lot of when you have guys like Casey Jones and Trey McClain on the wing with Justin Toyo inside, those 3 guys especially garner a lot of attention, which will open up some things with some other guys like Peyton. So, I think you'll see us space the floor. We'll continue to try to play fast, and, we want to play our bench. And I think, our new guys that we've brought in, I think each one of them brings something different to the table. And I think we need to utilize those guys and use our depth so we can continue to play fast and press and get up and down.
Now, Coach, are you worried about if Toyo gets in trouble, maybe who do you go to? And in the middle, or you good there with the guys about 6'7", 6'5"? Are you still good if he's on the bench a little bit there, if he's in foul trouble or something like that?
Well, I think, that's obviously a concern, Justin, picking up a quick foul or getting 2 in the first half. But I think, by committee, we can get it done. I think at times that we can go small. I think you look at arguably the best team in the NBA right now, the Golden State Warriors. I mean, Draymond Green's their 5-man at 6'5", 6'6", however big he is. And so, being able to play smaller and, play Chuck Esther some at the 5, I think, can pose some problems defensively for teams, just because Chuck's ability to put it down and drive the ball to the basket as well as shoot behind the 3-point line. So, obviously Toyo's a weapon, and we want Toyo out on the floor, especially with his ability to change the game defensively. But we have some other options that we'll be able to slide in there in case he does get into foul trouble.
Folks, we got Matt McCall here on the Bossman Show. Now, Coach, your non-conference schedule, Coach, I see some games of interest that I'd like to see you guys win this game against Tennessee, North Carolina, Vanderbilt, and Marshall, Coach. That's a heck of a schedule there, Coach. And would you say this would be the hardest schedule ever in Chattanooga Mocs history that you put together? Is this what you envisioned when you got there, to have a schedule to test your guys when they get in there, so the conference play and get to like Sanford's and the East Tennessee States with Steve Forbes who want to come after your title, man? So is this what you wanted, man?
Well, I think last year our schedule was extremely challenging too. We played at Georgia the first game of the season. We went to Illinois and to Iowa State, 2 terrific opponents and really challenging games. We played at Louisiana Monroe after we had played 2 games in 2 days down in Destin, and then obviously played at Dayton. So it was a challenging schedule as well. I think this year, what we really tried to do was, not only play some teams that are going to prepare us for our league, but also get some quality opponents in the McKenzie Arena. To be able to have Marshall, an old school rivalry, from Conference USA, who's obviously having a tremendous amount of success right now. I think it's exciting. I think it's exciting for our players, it's exciting for our fans to get that rivalry back up and back rolling. So, you want to build a schedule that, again, prepares you for the league, and get yourself where you've played some road games, you've played in some difficult environments, but as well you've played some difficult opponents at home, because, every night in the league is a grind, every game is a grind, and it's hard to win your league. And, to be able to do that, you got to prepare yourself, and that's what we try to do.
Did you get a chance to get some time with your wife and daughters this offseason? Did you get a chance to take a break and just enjoy your family? And I know you're a hard-working guy, Coach. Did you get a chance just to wind down a little bit, to take you a little vacation, take a little break from just being Coach Matt McCall for a change?
Listen, Brooklyn and Kylie have no idea that I'm the head coach of the Mocs, okay? They think I go hang out with Scrappy, the mascot, every day. So, me being a basketball coach, that's not the most important thing to them. Me being their dad is. And, you got to spend as much time with them as possibly can. I think being a coach is difficult. Thank God for my beautiful wife. But we spent a little time. We went on one of those Disney cruises, so I was chasing Goofy around that ship for a while.
Good deal, Coach. And I also saw you spoke at the Thunder's Coaches Clinic, Coach. And how was that experience for you? And what did you take from that clinic as well for yourself as you come back with your staff and the team this year? How big was that for you in the programs to have you at that point with Coach Donovan up there?
Well, listen, I mean, I owe, Coach Donovan so much, basically my entire career to where I've gotten to. And anytime he asked me or his organization asked me to do something, I'm gonna do it at the drop of the hat. So it was a great experience, just really to get out to Oklahoma City and spend some time with him, spend some time with his staff. And Anthony Grant's another mentor of mine that I think the world of and really look up to in this business. And just to get out there and spend some time with those guys meant a lot to me. So, I think the one thing that I've always taken from Coach Donovan is he's always trying to grow. He's always trying to get better. He's always trying to learn more. And I want to try to do the same thing because I know there's a lot in this business I have yet to learn. And I got to continue to get better each and every day as a coach. And it was a great experience for me. And obviously with the NBA starting tonight, and I think the Thunder play tomorrow, you know me, I'm the biggest Thunder fan probably in the whole state of Tennessee.
Yeah, I hear that, Coach. Now, do you think they're gonna be good without KD, man? Russell gonna go for a triple-double this year, man?
Man, don't go to the KD. Let's not talk about Durant. It's only gonna put me in a bad mood. We'll stay.
Okay, I got you.
Thunder and keep the focus on Westbrook.
Okay, yeah, triple-double for Russell. Triple-double for Russell. I got you, Coach. Hey, Coach, are you still rocking the Kango hat? I got you, man. You still rocking the Bossman Kango?
I rock that thing all the time. Absolutely.
Hey, Coach, I got about 5 more I got this offseason. I'm about to get you one of my new ones, man.
We got to get some different colors going, man. We got to get some different colors.
Yeah, I got to get me a navy one and a yellow one, too, to rep the Mocs, right? Down here at ATL, man.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Well, Coach, I'm going to see you in Tennessee, man, no doubt. Now, I'll definitely see you at Vandy for sure. I'll definitely get to see you sometime, see you guys play. So, Coach, we'll have you on again real soon, man. Hold down and see you, man. And we'll see you real soon, brother.
You got it, boss, man.
All right, folks, man, McCall on the Bossman Show.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting or Twitter at Coach TWill24 or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, TrueSpeech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. TrueSpeech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
Hey, folks, back here on the Bossman Show, time with the Boss Support with my man, TrueSpeech. We had Reggie Witherspoon of Canisius. We had Cuonzo Martin of the Cal Bears. And we also had Matt McCall, Chattanooga Mocs. Now it's time for my man, right-hand man, TrueSpeech, with me on the Boss Report, dog. Are you ready for this week's Boss Report? Do you think that our emailer, Mo, should listen to this Boss Report very closely today?
Man, I hope so, dude. Because I don't want him to send another email to the show asking another ridiculous question.
Exactly. And for you all know that on the Boss Report, this is a report of the week of crazy. And it starts like this. So, folks, you've been waiting on it. It's time for it. It's here. It's the Boss Report. Here we go. Arizona grandmother in her 60s on drug use, arrested after attempting to fly across the country with almost $600,000 worth of the coke.
Man, you know what, though, bro? I saw that story, and I was just amazed that one human being could actually transport more than $500 worth of narcotics and really think that they weren't going to get caught. Like, you got to be a cold SOB to really think you're going to get away with a $500,000 transport of the life. Like, what the hell?
Exactly. And, Florida man arrested after allegedly vandalizing law office lobby and yelling, quote, "Free Kodak Black" while he masturbates to the receptionist.
I guess Kodak Black fanatic didn't want to go down with no flocking, huh? Is that what they're going to charge? Are they going to charge him with no flocking?
Probably so,
like
man.
Oh, man. Because he got it like that. Hey, shout out Kodak Black, man. Like, people can hate, dog. That actually dropped with Kodak Black. Kodak got some hit, dog. My first fan was very weird, man. Alright, man. I didn't do that. But still hilarious. I still rock with Kodak, man. That's just nuts. Oh, my goodness. As long as I can publicity, Kodak needs to be trying to get out of jail.
Exactly. And a Wyoming man arrested attempted to pay off liquor with the McDonald's quarter pounder.
Oh no, so she turned the beer because she was mad, or did you like turn the beer from that? You know what I mean? Because you try to pay her after they got done, or was it like...
Yeah, after they got done, they tried to get hit with a quarter pounder. And I guess payment for her service. Yeah. Yeah, so she told the cops.
He tried to
hit and run just for fun.
I'm just saying, man, that's hilarious. That's he's terrible, bro. I mean, he's
well, Florida man arrested after strapping riding lawnmower to the top of car while he rolled down the road.
How, boy? How? Explain it. How?
I saw a picture of it. It's pretty ridiculous what I saw. A riding mower on top of your car. Yeah.
I don't have one.
Well,
that's all I can say. Okay.
Well, New Zealand man arrested after busting loose from police, jumping in pool while grunting, screaming, and performing martial arts.
So he's trying to be like Jim Kelly or something? Or, I mean, like, who's the overall thing in your shoe for?
He said, quote, "They weren't about to get me, but somehow they got me."
I would imagine so.
What a bad take. You know what I'm saying?
That's another statement, bro. That's another statement.
They definitely bad take, like for real. Florida man arrested for shoplifting to pay wife's bail after she was arrested for beating up woman at the salon, messing her hair up.
What? I mean, I Especially if they ain't get that person feel right. One would be upset. But that's just me. I don't know.
Exactly. British man arrested after attacking wife with a can of corned beef after release of gas while he measured her.
I was gonna make the year review, dog. You said you attacked him with a can of corned beef. That's what you did.
Yes. Yes, he did. Because you released some gas.
That's all I can say. Oh my God.
Florida man arrested after being covered in bodily fluid sheets while sleeping in a stolen car.
There's a lot of layers in this thing that I'm really trying to get. But you said, what? Open.
Yes.
That's just ridiculous.
It is. Like, for real.
That's weird. Not gonna lie. That's
Very, very, very weird. And it's even weirder. Southwest Virginia man arrested after depositing bodily fluids on multiple door handles of cars in the Walmart parking lot.
I asked what bodily fluids, but I think I'm probably no.
Yes, you do.
I think that's non-common. That is just horrifically disgusting. That's just horrific.
Yes. Why would one, decide to stroke their monkey on deposit on cars, Just saying.
Dude, I don't even know.
Ooh-wee. Well, let's try this. Florida parents arrested after duking it out in a huge brawl at Chuck E. Cheese over tickets, pizza, and ball activities.
What is going on with Chuck E. Cheese? Like, dog, I've seen way too many reports of it going down at Chuck E. Cheese. Like, it's a crime on Saturday. Why are parents with kids so angry and aggressive? Like, what type of example are we setting out? We're going to be honest. You go to Chuck E. Cheese, he's a kid thing. I'm a kid around. What the hell type of message are you setting out kids?
Exactly. Like, for real. Like, seriously, that's ridiculous, crazy right there. And Oklahoma clowns arrested after attacking woman and writing, quote, clown posse on her face and depositing his, quote, sacred fluid on her as well.
What is up with these niggas that people keep using this thing? Like, I don't understand it. When it's sacred milk, holy grail, like, what the hell is these people be talking about, man? That don't get disgusting. The name just makes it disgusting.
Exactly, for real. Like, let's stop doing that, please. Terrible. And Florida man arrested ended up in jail after he was caught with possession of a dairy crate full of lemonades and juicy juice.
I had it together and you said juicy juice.
Yeah, they put them little cards you ever had for lunch back in the days. He had some
Dude, right, juicy juice, like, what the hell?
Reports being weird, man. Like, where they usually get this?
Very messed up.
American man undergoes surgery after eating goat chili pepper in Australia and losing his colon and his
Well, whenever I see these challenges, like, I always say, on a scale of 1 to 10, really stupid. How stupid is this challenge? Well, something like the name ghost pepper, every individual is going to be like, you know what, that's something I need to deal with. I need to stay clear of whatever the ghost pepper is. because it might kill me if it goes. Or generally, when you run out of nicknames that are synonymous with hot, you just call something loose. You probably want to stay away. And yet people don't. They take it to challenge to do something stupid. And yet, bad things continue to happen and do it anyway. So, I feel bad as junk fell off. That's kind of rough. But you lost some colon too. Oh, God. But when you eat something called a ghost pepper, you got to understand. Something bad is going to happen. It's not, maybe something bad is going to happen. Maybe something bad is going to happen. There's something bad. Something bad is definitely going to happen. So, that just so happened to be it, and that is the question.
Florida man on the loose after overdosing and fighting off Melbourne police.
So he started on the police?
No, he fought him off. He overdosed. He fought him off and got away. He's on the loose then.
You know they have to be American dog. You know he wasn't black. If he was a black man trying to do that, he'd have got shot.
He is black. It's a Melbourne, Florida, actually.
What? Actually survived in the county like that with the police.
Yep, he got away. He's on the loose still. Now they catch him, he in trouble.
First time for everything.
Yep. Well, Virginia man arrested for public masturbation in Lowe's parking lot over, quote, large butts and chested gentlemen.
It's the description. It's not even the act. It's the description. Don't get me wrong. I accept it. When you try to justify it, it's like you just make it so much worse.
Exactly. You notice how we haven't, quote, agreed or condoning this activity? You notice that, Mo? in Bronx? And Florida man arrested after enjoying Pizza Hut lunch buffet and walking out on an $8 bill.
What? I almost cussed. I really did. I almost cussed. You ain't on an $8 bill. You need help. I mean, I just don't understand, like, how in the hell do you not have an $8 tab? You can barely say $8. That's free.
Exactly. And 2 more to go. A Tennessee man arrested for DUI while wearing lock chassis device on penis.
Huh.
Unfortunately, I'm aware of it now as well. I didn't want to be aware of it.
I mean, I'm a little disturbed by that, but, weird, but, okay.
And final one for you, bro, is this. Florida woman arrested after accidentally blowing up car wash by vacuuming gas. Car wash by vacuuming gas.
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't think the words accidentally blowing up a car are really, like, applicable in this situation, because whatever she was doing was extremely stupid and very, for some reason she was saying. So I guess the term accidentally blew a car is irrelevant, and she did something stupid and blew her car up is more of an accurate description than I would use. That's just me, so I don't think the
Think about this. When she vacuumed the gas, what she was doing, she blew up the whole car wash.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
So, dog, what is your take on this week's Boss Report, man?
One, I'm shocked that the black man saw the conference. I'm still shocked about that. Two, you can't really activate that calm. Yeah. Dude, why do people keep coming up with these names? It's just, I'm tired of taking, white fire, whatever the hell you come up with. It's just disgusting. It's really, the names really disgusting.
And dog, there are takes after doing something stupid. Is what gets me to.
Oh, absolutely. The take afterwards, after the fact, is unreal.
You actually picture this to give a take that bad to us after you do something very stupid? Okay. Yeah, that's a wonderful idea. So, dog, let's wrap up this week's show. What's going on, Feather Ground ENT, man?
Oh, man, we are gearing up for this Toronto run, brother. Very soon, we are heading off to Toronto. We got the word. We're heading back to Indy Week, Toronto, 2016. We can't wait to rock. We got a few shows out there. Everybody needs to hit up familygrind.com and check out all the details. Of course, we got the album Cooking from the Underground still rocking. You can go on illstreetonline.com. That's ILLSTREETONLINE.com. illstreetonline.com. And also the iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, Spotify, wherever you find music, you can download Cooking from the Underground. Definitely one of the top albums we released so far. The homie Ace Biggie said, I said that was nice to meet you. It was an amazing EP. You can check that out on illstreetonline.com and familygrind.com. And also, man, just appreciate everybody who's coming up the show and watching the shows and watching. It's amazing. So we working. So I need everybody to hit up familygrind.com, subscribe to the website, get on the newsletter, you hit to the first thing we do. Stay here, don't be slow. Boom.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, TrueSpeech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. TrueSpeech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.